Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Elden Ring. And in this one, I want to put together a quick guide on where you can find 3 awesome incantations early on in the game. These can be done, largely speaking, in the first area. One of them will require you go into another area, but you don't need to be strong enough to survive that. You simply need to just run through on your horse. So, in this video, I'm going to go through these because, for those of you that want to dabble in a little bit of faith and kind of just like, throw out some fire, do some fun stuff like myself, I've been kind of working this in amidst my sort of samurai. It's been a lot of fun, so if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys are using right now, what builds are you, what are you kind of focusing on, and of course keep it locked for plenty more Elden Ring. Anyway, to begin with, turn your attention to Whirl of Flame. This is a superior incantation of the Fire Monks. It creates a spiraling stream of fire that burns the area before the caster, and charging this enhances both the potency and the reach. You want to get this one? This is the one that you need to go into another area for, but it is incredibly simple. All you need to do for this is you want to go to the right side of Limgrave, and you basically want to follow the path into the next zone. Again, you won't necessarily need to fight anything because things here are pretty strong, but all you want to do is you want to go into the next zone and simply follow the pathway for literally 20 seconds. You will get to a little sort of cart, and there'll be some big dogs there, but there will also be a treasure scarab or a treasure dung beetle, and if you destroy this, it will drop the Whirl of Flame. So all you need to do in this area is simply bypass the enemies, hit that, grab that, and get out. There is, of course, a Site of Grace really nearby if you want a teleport location, but once you've got that, you can leave, you can go back. So as you can see, even though it is in a second area, it is something you can do literally at the start of the game. You can just run there and explore. However, moving on from there to number 2, the Flame of Frenzy, quite possibly one of the coolest looking incantations. This is one that originates from the Maddening Three Fingers. It causes the yellow Flame of Frenzy to burst forth from the caster's eyes, and again, if you charge this, it increases the range of the burst. It looks incredibly awesome, and it's actually really, really powerful as well. It's good for sort of like hitting multiple enemies. And if you want to get this one, you want to turn your attention to the southern part of Limgrave, the sort of bottom portion of the island. And if you go south of the lookout tower to that side of Grace, you basically want to work your way into this forest you see here. You can sort of see like a collection of buildings. And basically when you get inside this, you'll come up to a church. It'll be the Kalu Baptismal Church. You want to go in and defeat all the rats. So if you don't like rats, I apologize, but defeat all of them. They have these sort of flaming eyes. Once you've done that, you can see there is there are a couple of collectibles here, but the one you want to turn your attention to is on the left, and grabbing that is the Flame of Frenzy. This one does have a slightly higher faith requirement, but still not too bad. Grab this one and you're good to go. There's also a sacred tear in this church, so you might as well grab that for a flask upgrade. And then finally, for those of you guys that want Black Flames, this is incredibly cool, the Black Flame Blade. In fact, this will actually give you 2 Black Flame spells, which I'll show you guys in a minute, but I'm focusing on this one because it has the lower FP requirement. I quite like it. Of course, having a Flaming Blade is incredibly cool. This is an incantation of the Godskin Apostles, and it basically engulfs the armament held in the right hand with Black Flame, which is basically Amaterasu for the Naruto fans because it lingers for a little bit, and if you then attack enemies, the Black Flames stay on them and do some damage. Not for too long, the duration isn't massive, but it looks hella cool, and again, it is pretty potent. If you want this one, the one prerequisite is that you will need a Stone Sword key. Only one, but of course, you will need one of these because it is behind one of the Imp Key doors. You can find these located around the world in various different locations, but you will need one of these. And then what you want to do is turn your attention to the lift side chamber Site of Grace in Stormvale Castle. Once you're there, you then want to simply run out the door and follow the path you see right now. You can bypass all the enemies, you don't need to worry about them. You basically want to hug the right side, and you then want to drop down into this doorway. Again, this room is full of rats, so destroy them and then use the key in the door. This will then get rid of the fog. You can go on the left-hand side, and you can actually pick up the Godslayer's seal. Of course, in order to use incantations, you will need a seal. This one does have a much higher faith stat requirement, so of course, if you are not necessarily spec that way, for example, I am, my faith is much lower, because of course I'm leaning more so into the melee side of things. I have an alternative seal, which I'll be doing a video on later on today. But if you want this one, and of course you are spec'd more into faith, this is a great one because it does also power up the Black Flames. And if you then go to the chest on the right, you will then get the Godskin Prayer Book. Now, with the prayer book in hand, you then need to go and take it to someone that can basically teach you these spells. Easiest thing to do for this is if you go north of Limgrave and you go into Liurnia, if you go up to the sort of right hand side, there is the Church of Vows. If you go over there and walk in and speak to the turtle, he is one of the people you can give the books to in order to learn both sorceries and incantations. Give him that one, and then you go and see what he has available, and you can see he has two things. He has Black Flame, which throws a ball of raging black fire. Unfortunately, I can't show you this one because, again, it has a higher requirement in Faith. I don't have that just yet. But you can then also get the Black Flame Blade, which has a 17 requirement in Faith. Not too different, but that's basically where I'm at right now. This again enhances the right hand armament with a Black Flame. So you do get 2 incantations from that one, but that is a quick guide on where to get 3, I guess 4, awesome incantations and a seal pretty early on in the game. So if you guys did enjoy this, again, a like would be super appreciated. If you guys need some runes in order to level up so you can actually get your stats where you want them, then definitely check out this video for a really good rune farm where you can get a ton of runes in a very short space of time.